Hey guys, how's it going? Stonehenge 2 here, back with the war number 2 of season 57. Today we are facing off against NY718. So yeah, today's team is going to be Mr. Sinister, Apocalypse for synergy, and Hood for moral support. Hood is my latest rank 4. I rank 4'd him after 9.2. And so, hoping to get a few fights in with him today. Not super worried about it. I had a couple of fights that I assigned and I switched up mid-war. I'll call them out when I get there. But first up, just throwing on some boosts and getting ready to move on here to the first fight, which is going to be this Mantis. And I'm actually going to be using APOC for this Mantis, because I am not smart, and I thought, yeah, I may as well just get Horseman, which Sinister doesn't need Horseman, and this is a rank 4 Mantis, so it's going to be a little sketchy. The one fight that Sinister is going to handle way better than any of my other champions, I decided to use APOC for, although this is a fight that I did assign APOC for, so I wasn't too worried about it, which I should have been, because it's a worrying fight. She's not really playing into it. I forgot that I was going to get no stun, because Mantis Sig ability reduces debuff ability accuracy, and of course my stun from hitting into block did not trigger. There, I throw my special one just to get rid of the, the sleep, without getting myself slept. And I'm going to push her to special 2 here. Just need to make sure not to eat it to the face. So I'm trying to dodge out of the way and eat it to the face, because apparently I was not prepared for her to throw it. And so yeah, promptly ate it to the face. Oh well, I didn't die. Luckily nothing crit, so it's still looking scary. I just need to play it safe and not eat another special 2 to the face, because that would probably kill me. There, I did actually not eat that one to the face, so that is impressive. Definitely on the higher skill of the higher side of my abilities to not eat that one to the face, it would seem. I do have willpower off for this fight, because I don't want to worry about my regen getting reversed. And here I'm just going to combo into special 2 and hope it kills. So I got a couple of crits early on, so it's plenty of overkill. But yeah, I ate a special 1 and a special 2 and a combo to the face. So good thing APOC is tanky. Can't wait to get a 7-star APOC, because I'll be less stressed out about that shit. Next up is the Silver Surfer, and I'm going to be using Sinister. I'm going to throw my Horseman on him. I'll get my first Cosmic Charge with Sinister, so also going to throw Suicides back on. Go ahead and turn Sinister into the beast that he is. And yeah, so just using Sinister here to get my first charge, and because he's good and I don't have to worry about dying with him, because he is pretty much immortal. I didn't power start 1 for this fight, although I probably should have. Don't really know why I didn't. I rolled 4 Cosmics, which is nuts. I didn't actually want him to throw that special 1. But here, I'm just going to charge a heavy and get punched in the face and then throw my special 1, because it doesn't really matter if I get punched in the face. Here, I want to pause those degens. Luckily, I was able to get the parry off just in time, got the pause, and finished it off. But normally when I play Sinister with Horseman, I'm extremely aggressive. Will charge heavy in the middle of the open and do dumb stuff, because I have Unstoppable, which is my safety net, and then Sinister has insane regen. So I have kind of a double safety net. They're going to have to buy an energy refill. I think Kabam should do away with needing to use energy for war. I don't feel like it adds anything to the game mode, if I'm being honest. So this fight, I had assigned Sinister to this fight, and Sinister would do fine for this fight, but I had already enough Cosmics assigned that I wasn't too worried about needing an extra Cosmic here. So I am going to use Hood here. I do have Suicides on, so I'm going to take a decent amount of damage from that. But honestly, not too worried about that. Going to wait out that right there, get my Intercept from Ebb and Flow, and start to cook, hopefully. And then I threw my special one because I was not quite at the power that I thought I was going to be. I throw my heavy there. It doesn't quite kill. I've taken quite a bit of damage, and it's primarily from, what's it called? Suicides, except for there. Then I messed up and got hit several times. So that wasn't ideal. But now here I should be able to just heavy, and he goes down. Even with protection up, he went down there. Other time I got hit there. Main reason I got hit is because I didn't realize I'd already missed 3 times. So I didn't have a 100% chance to miss, so he just hit me through my block. Next up here, though, I'm taking this Destroyer. I'm using Sinister here. There's... when they dash in, they get debuff immune, Mighty Charge on this node. And Mighty Charge is the only thing I'm kind of worried about on this node. But I'm going to be super aggressive and dash in right there, because once again, I have Horseman's, so if I get punched in the face, it's not a big deal. And that first cycle of degens didn't quite finish him, so I am going to throw another set on him here. Dash in. Nope, I didn't dash in. Don't know why, because he purified all my degens. But, oh well, it doesn't matter too much. I have a couple of Cosmics, so I'm still doing decent damage with my basics. And he goes down there in just about 45 seconds, 41 seconds. So, 41 seconds for a champ that shrugs off debuffs and has 50% protection. I'm cool with that. So this Medusa here is who I had originally assigned Hood for, and who I decided I was going to use Sinister for instead of Hood. And I'm going to power start one here because it is a tactic fight, and I don't want to get smacked too badly. So just going to parry heavy at the start, let some of my regens or bleeds trigger, back off a little bit, and then going to parry heavy again. It's going to activate the root timer here in a second, and now I can just stand in the open and pause, and she goes down. So that fight was, 18 seconds, I think. Now I have a couple of Cosmics banked, a Mystic banked, and I'm pretty much golden at this point. I'm taking this Gore here for my final Cosmic charge, and not too worried about it, to be honest. There's, Gore's main threat is placing debuffs on you, and Sinister thrives off of having debuffs on him. So not too worried about it at all. I'm going to just activate my heavy bleed thing there, parry a couple of times, and then throw this special one into his face, and then the fight will be over because degens cook. I'm going to try and get a reparry there. I didn't get one. Not such a big deal because he just died anyways. But yeah, that fight was a little bit longer, 19 seconds, so 1 second longer. Next up, though, I'm going to be taking this Node 43 Bullseye, and I'm not going to bother taking Suicides off for this. I'm going to be heal blocked for the start of the fight, but it's only I think it's 8 seconds of heal block, and I'm not super worried about it. I'm going to have to use another team health potion after this fight anyways to start healing up Hood, because I have a couple more fights with him. But yeah, so going into this fight, I'm just going to back off at the start and start waiting out that... Never mind, I'm going to throw a heavy attack. Don't know why I did that. Going to wait out the Fate Seal and heal block, and then start comboing him a bit. I think I'm going to throw a heavy here. I was hoping it would get me to a special one, but I don't have enough Mystics. And I ate one of the hits of the special one there somehow. I'm not actually sure how I managed that. But there, I'm going to just throw the special one, and as long as I can get a single pause on, he's dead. Which I do manage to get a pause. He shrugs off half of them when he throws that, or when I knock him down with the heavy there, which is a little unfortunate. But he went down with that single special one anyways. So next up, I'm going to be taking this 46 Serpent. This time I don't have Mr. F pre-fights, so it's not going to be quite as simple as it was last time, but it still shouldn't be a big deal. because Sinister is just very broken. So yeah, last time I had Mr. F's, but I didn't activate my Vicious before throwing my first special one. So this time I'm going to make sure to activate my Vicious. That way I'm safe for that first bit. And so I'm going to throw a Power Start 1 on here because that's the way to go for this node. And go straight into it. So I have a greater special 3 defense boost, which means the special 3 with Despair and Inequity and everything going on is not going to really do anything. Despair doesn't do anything. Inequity is the only one that does anything. But here I get the Vicious active, and that degen is ticking for 53k, so he's going to die in the first one. The reason it's ticking that high in this fight is because he's not running Inequity would be my main guess, because Inequity really hurts Serpent's damage, and story and quest content 50k is pretty consistent, but most people run at least a point in Inequity, so that is why he doesn't quite do as much damage in War, which he still does pretty insane damage anyways. But the reason for the actual damage there was because of Inequity. Now next up, I'm going to be taking this Knull, and I'm going to be using Hood for this fight. This fight has several decent counters. There's like Shathra and whatnot, but it is a rank 4 Knull as well. But I am going to be using Hood here. Not a whole lot to this fight, just manage Bane transfers, and I forgot to take Suicides off, which was not good because Knull's debuffs mean I am suffering from Despair, which means I have my the suicide. I'm taking more damage from the suicides than I normally would, so I'm only healing 100 a tick, and it's doing 300 a tick, which is definitely not ideal, but it's not that big of a deal. I should still finish this fight in plenty of safety. So gonna get a couple more bullets active on him, bait a special 2, and then I think maybe I throw a heavy here. Yeah, and it doesn't actually take him down. I was kind of surprised it didn't take him down, if I'm being honest. But now I just want to, since he threw the special one, I need to worry about that just a little bit, but he throws another special one. He is Fate Sealed, so he's not going to activate the node and whatnot here. And now I'm just dancing around like a bit of a moron, and I was able to heavy punish his heavy there and take him down. So it got a little sketchy there for a second because I suck. That fight right there, though, that was a terrible fight because I used all my Hood bullets and I didn't realize it. So I took off Suicides. I healed up. I'm going to be taking this Lumatrix boss with Hood, and it's really bad because I used all my bullets. I didn't realize I used all my bullets at this point, but Hood without bullets he's 1/10 of the champion that he normally is. So I'm going to throw on my boosts here, and I'm going to go into this Lumatrix fight. The main reason for using Hood here is so that I don't have to bait heavies for openings. I can just have openings with my invisibility. And so I did go and duel him several times, was pretty confident. It's just a rank 3, and you'll see here in a second when I go into this fight. But Luma he's interesting. Serpent was banned, which is why we didn't use Serpent here, because typically Serpent would be the Lumatrix boss counter. So I got my invisibility active, accidentally used one of my charges there. I got double power steal in that first combo, which was nice, and then I let him throw a special 1, which means he's going to have this invisibility for a while. I want to get to special 2s myself, so I'm not bothering taking the invisibility down just yet. And here, throw that special 2. I didn't get a single power steal on the entire special 2, which is terrible luck. I do get the punish on the heavy there, or the special 2 there, just because Fate Seal reduces the ability accuracy of, what's it called? Here, I don't know exactly what I was doing. Apparently I wanted to bait a special one for no known reason. I'm going to throw my relic here and try and get invisibility active, but he heavy attacks me in the corner, and his heavy attack is pretty difficult to evade. So he does it again, and then he's been a little bit of a prick with not throwing special 2. The second I dash back, he throws his special 2. I get clipped twice and I die. So I went and reassigned that fight to someone else since I did not have bullets, so that fight was very terrible anyways. We did end up winning this war, but we dropped 14 attack bonuses, which really isn't great. But yeah, so that was it for this war. We did win, dropped 4 attack bonuses in the battle group, which was unfortunate. But we'll be back with the next one. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks, guys. Bye.